Hey guys, this is Tim with TXP Fishing for Recovery. You know, today I'm out here at Defeated Creek Marina, spending my daily time with God because I made a commitment to God that I was going to work on our relationship, that I was going to make a commitment to Him to make time to spend with Him no matter what. I was putting Him first. Because, you know, out here in life, this whole world, we get caught up in working, paying bills, and we're tired. We go home, and, you know. So I'm on a schedule now. And God has showed me how to make time. And I'm on a schedule, so when I get off work, I go home, go to bed. Now, I get off at midnight. I go to bed about 1:15, 1:30, which is hard, hard to do, but after I've got used to it, it's not as hard as I thought it was. Because I get up every morning at 9:30 or 10, and then I do my little morning rituals around the house and everything, and then I get ready, and then I come down to the lake about 1 o'clock and spend time with God before I have to go to work at 3:30. So I'm gonna keep my commitment to God because He's kept every commitment. He's never broke a promise, and He will not break a promise. He's actually the only Father that's ever not broken a promise. And I have a book about that my daughter had sent me while I was in prison, and it touched my heart, and I still remember, and I always remember, God has never broke a promise. So let's try to, if you make a promise to God, try not to break it. You know, really, we shouldn't make promises, that we can't keep. You know, when I was in my addiction, I had no integrity. I was probably the biggest liar on earth. Actually, I was the worst of the worst. I'm a meth head. But I'm a grateful recovering meth head. I've got 10 years clean now. And I won't use meth. I refuse to use meth ever again or think about it. But, I've had to create a different lifestyle than I lived before, or I wouldn't be able to live this life that I live today. Because you got to change your way of thinking, your habits, your whole life thing. But I've had to learn to live life again. I didn't know how to love anybody. I love people unconditionally now. Back in my addiction, I hated everybody. I used people. I actually used myself. I hated myself. I hated using and wanted to commit suicide, but I didn't have the guts to pull the trigger, so I tried to smoke myself to death. And that's not a good thing, but I've learned to be honest and true to myself. And, making a commitment means something to me now. And now that I've made this commitment to God, it's getting easier every day for me to get up. And it's getting easier to go to bed at night because I'm tired, because I've got up and I've had a full day. But most of all, I'm enjoying my day. I'm enjoying this process. I'm enjoying my time with God more every day. It's the greatest thing. I couldn't live without God anymore. I don't want to live without God. I'm not going to. So with that, guys, remember that if you make a commitment, keep your commitment, especially if you make a promise to God, keep your promise. Because God has never lied to you and never made a promise He can't keep. So with that, guys, I love you. God loves you. Hit that like and subscribe button so we can get this message of the recovery out to more addicts. And addiction affects everyone. I don't care who you are. You might not, but somebody is an addict. And you might affect them by your actions. So with that, guys, I love you. God loves you. And remember, God has no limits.